Hey guys, welcome to Heart to Talk, the podcast. I am your host, Theresa Cesare, and you are listening to episode 33. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode and to this podcast. For those of you who are new, welcome. And for those of you who have been on the Heart to Talk journey, welcome. The intention of Heart to Talk, the podcast, is to spread wisdom, inspiration, and consciousness. Again, I truly thank you and honor you for your time and attention. I have come to learn that our time and attention are so valuable and precious. That being said, I want to ask you, where do you put a lot of your time and attention? Are you giving your time and attention to the people that uplift you? Are you giving your time and attention to the habits that contribute to the highest vision you have of yourself? Are you placing your attention on the past or just too worried about the future? One of my favorite lines that help me monitor where my attention is going is I like to say, where attention goes, energy flows. Many of the wise people out there that are spreading wisdom drop that line. I'm not sure if Wayne Dyer was the first to coin that. I can't recall. But anyways, where attention goes, energy flows. So the things that we focus on, come into our reality. And when I started to apply that, I became so mindful and would ask myself, do I want this? Do I want to feel more of that or see more of that in my reality? And it's not just identifying where your attention goes, but it's how to then move forward and alter areas of our life. So if there are some parts of your life that you are just like, I feel like I can do better and feel better, whatever your desired state is, you have the power to alter that at any time. And it is by using the power of now as your new state of operating. I'm going to share with you the tools, techniques, and wisdom that I have personally used and some action steps to help direct you and keep you in that powerful state. So friends, let's get started. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. Eckhart Tolle. Have you ever heard people say, be present or live in the moment? For me, it was so challenging. I didn't really even know how. And most of the time, it kind of just like, I wasn't interested, to be real honest. I was too busy being distracted and not in the moment. And I just didn't think it was actually a thing that anybody can do. That's just for the yogis or for the Buddhist monks, right? But I have discovered through just my personal growth and curiosity and how to level up and be my best self. The only way to be my best self, I had to figure out, deconstruct, reverse engineer the now. So let's talk about what it means. Many people use it interchangeably with being present. It means fully conscious of the moment and free from the noise of our internal dialogue. It's living mindfully. Being present simply means you're focused and engaged. A lot of us spend our whole lives either looking backward or our whole lives looking forward into the future, rather just than enjoying the moments that we have today. And we have to realize that life doesn't last forever, right? People are always trying to recreate the past or relive, or they always say the good old days. But guess what? The good old days aren't here. It's all about today. And today is a good old day. Focusing on our past makes us depressed. When we focus on our future, we become anxious. We're living in an energy of anticipation and really in a wishful state. You're wanting it, you're focused on it. But both hold us captive. And both are the opposite of being present. To be present is the key to happiness, inner peace, and freedom. Rather than happiness being controlled by something that happens to you or for you, when you practice being in the now or present, you are in control of your happiness. So you ask, how could I implement the now? How can I start? Like, what are the steps? This is what I do. So 1, notice I'm not being present right now. 2, ground yourself. This is how I ground myself. I do a few steps. I affirm it. Create the affirmation. I am present. I am living in the moment. Being present is my point of power. You're basically reprogramming your mind. Sometimes if I'm like really having a hard time, I take a deep breath. Your breath always brings you back to yourself. And then being grateful. The attitude of gratitude for others and yourself is powerful and transformative. Also remain conscious of your thoughts. Observe what you're thinking. It's an amazing superpower we have, the metacognition. Be conscious of your thoughts and of course be aware of your surroundings. Looking around and seeing the beauty that surrounds you. Where are you? What are you feeling by your surroundings? And just really enjoy being where you are. Another thing I like to do to help me become present is going out into nature. Immediately just walking out, feeling whatever temperatures outside, whether it's night, the moon and the dark starry sky, or the warm sun, the plants. And just when you're in nature, not just like see it, but be in it, absorbing it. Another thing I love to do is just a small regular practice. Form the simple habit of meditating. Start with like 2 minutes a day, whether it's just breathing or find something guided. Also work with others. And you have to show up and work with someone in a project or engage somehow. You have to be focused and present. Try something new every day, whether it's something little or trying something big, because that forces you to be present. You have to pay attention because this is new. Your brain's like, whoa, because what happens is we're like in a default setting with our normal routine, our day. But when it's something new, it switches you up. It switches it up and you actually build this resiliency and it strengthens you and expands you on so many levels. Also, set an intention. I like to set an intention for my day, but set an intention before an activity. So what is my desired outcome for this activity? So for example, like I am going to go for a walk. Well, what's my intention for the walk? I want to become present. So I'm going to tell myself I'm going on this walk to become fully present. Or I'm going to call my grandma. Well, what's my intention? Like when I call grandma, to let her know I love her. So it's deeper than a goal. It's the desired state, the outcome, because with our intention, there's power. One of my favorite things to tell myself is be intentional. Be intentional of what I buy at the store. Like, what is my intention for buying this bag of chips? I want to pick out today and eat something naughty? Or do I want to buy food with the intention of feeding myself clean, good food? And that's okay. Like, none of them are wrong. But what's the better intention, right? And then reflect daily and just reflecting on, today, what did I really love about my day? Try to like float away from your world and just be an observer of your world, your reality. Take notes, practice concentrating. Concentration on one area. Like if you are working on whatever it is, whether it's cooking something or a project, try to just be in that and not try to do the whole multitasking. People pride themselves on multitasking, but actually it's in your favor to focus on one thing and accomplish. You get quicker and it feels so good because when you concentrate, you're able to fly through something so much quicker and you become more optimal. Being in the state of presence and in the now is seeing everything and everyone as a teacher. To act from the state of now, it's moving away from hoping and wishing and instead taking action, but taking the action in that desired state. Not tomorrow, not one day, starting today. Be in the desired state. Feel blessed now. Feel successful now. Feel free now. Feel abundant now. Feel grateful now. Feel beautiful now. Feel prosperous now. Feel fit. Feel healthy now. Feel loved now. Whatever it is that you desire, it might just be one area, it might be many areas. Feel it now call it into existence, and then you take an action step. It doesn't have to be giant. Set yourself up for success. Start small. How can I feel healthy now? I'm going to just drink a cup of water today. And then maybe tomorrow it's going to be the cup of water plus I'm going to walk 20 minutes. And I do that for a week. Then the next week, I'm going to up it to a run for 20 minutes. The only one that can decide what continues, remains, or changes is you. All the ideas, all the motivation have to come from you. You have to take control and responsibility of your life. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the weekend. Don't wait for the new year. Decide today. Your new mantra needs to be now, yes, done, rather than why, how, not yet, or tomorrow. What I do today is who I am tomorrow. Eternity and time is on your side. In the realm of the universe, 1 second, 1 minute is no different than 130 years. Everything is taking place now. Operating from the power of now, you begin to create this momentum and motivation, and it gets easier over time because it becomes your natural state. You have to commit and implement it each day as much as possible, because how you think and what you speak and what you feel creates the future. When we can operate from the now and be present, it's true freedom. It helps reduce the symptoms of stress, anxiety, depression. It's the key to happiness, inner peace, and freedom. Rather than happiness being controlled by something that happens to you or for you, when you practice being present, you are in control of your happiness by using the power of now as your new state of operating. Thank you so much for listening. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. Please remember to rate, subscribe, and tell your friends about Heart to Talk, the podcast. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Otherwise, friends, I'll be back in 2 weeks for another episode.